The college football is set. Um, it's Michigan versus Alabama and Texas versus Washington. Um, I know a lot of people truly believe Florida State should have made it. I kind of get why they didn't make it, but at the same time I felt maybe they should have made it. Like I didn't really watch Florida State like that this year. Um I know I think they went undefeated or they lost one game. I think they won all their games. They play in the ACC. The ACC wasn't that great this year. Clemson wasn't all that. The rest of them teams like Boston College, I think Syracuse in the ACC, all them other teams were just mediocre or just below average. They wasn't even barely average. They were all right, and um, I want to get to. Should I talk about Texas? I really don't think there's nothing much to talk about. Texas has been consistent all year. I think they only got one loss on their record. They really haven't played bad. The quarterback is pretty good. I forgot the quarterback's name, but he's pretty good. I watched them play a lot this year. I think one of the best games I seen them play probably was against Alabama, and that's Alabama's first loss. And that's the team I wanted to talk about, Alabama. I think they went from number 8 to what number were they? Were number 8 to 4 because Michigan is 1, so they're playing Michigan the first game. But I truly believe Alabama made the playoff because they beat Georgia. Georgia haven't lost a game until Alabama, and there was no SEC team in the college football playoff. And I truly believe the committee was like, man, we need a SEC team. We don't have one in here. Like, I mean, Georgia would have made it. I truly believe if Georgia would have beat Bama, they would have been in. It was between Bama and Georgia. And when Alabama beat them in that championship game, they was like, okay, we're going to put Bama in. And Nick Saban, he was really, really vouching for that team to get in. And I seen a lot of people on social media was like, man, Michigan might be in trouble. I'm like, Michigan, they're beatable. I think Michigan is beatable. I think the only two teams that Michigan really, I don't want to say had trouble with, but their competition was probably Penn State and Ohio State. Everybody else was beatable on their schedule. But now that it's the college football playoff and they're playing teams outside of the conference, we'll see what Michigan really capable of. Michigan been disappointing me the last 2 years, actually. I rooted for them in 2021 and 2022. I think they made the playoffs last year, if I'm mistaken. They lost to TCU, I think. But they've been disappointing me. And I kind of kept my expectations I don't want to say low for Michigan, but I just think Michigan, they're going to have to really just prove to me that they're worthy of even putting them up there with Alabama, Texas, and all the other teams, because next year the conference is going to get bigger. You got USC coming in. I think UCLA coming in. I don't know about Oregon and the rest of them schools like California. I don't know where they're going. They're breaking up the Pac-12. I know in the Big 12, I know Texas and Oklahoma are going to the SEC. But the rest of those teams, I don't know. Baylor, all of them other teams. I guess the Big 12 gonna stay intact probably. I don't know. I'm guessing. But I know the Pac-12, I think this is the last year their official conference. But yeah, I truly believe Michigan, the only way they're gonna have to prove to everybody that they're worthy, especially me. But a lot of people already think they're gonna lose to Alabama already. Alabama has been so-so this year. I don't think their team's the best, but I think they're capable of winning games just off the fact they got Nick Saban. Nick Saban won like a lot. He know how to put his players in position, even though he don't have to have the most talent on his team to win. We seen that in the past, because there's a lot of Alabama teams that probably just shouldn't have won, but they won because they were consistent all year. So as long as you're consistent, I don't care with anything you do in life. As long as you're consistent, you're pretty much gonna have a positive trajectory. You're gonna get, it's not a guarantee you're going to get to where you're at, but as long as you're consistent, you're gonna make it somewhere, if that makes sense. But I truly believe Bama, they're capable of winning it all. If I'm mistaken, I think ESPN, I don't know if they have them favored to win it all. I don't know. But I noticed as Michigan been getting a lot of hate all year because of the cheating stuff, the sign stealing. Harbaugh was suspended at the beginning of the year, then he got suspended for the sign stuff. I mean, they just been getting trashed on all year, and people just been talking about them in a negative light. So I'm not really surprised Michigan getting a lot of flack for this Alabama, because they showed the selection show, and they said, oh, I seen a lot of people on Monday, oh, they don't want to see Alabama. They don't want to see Alabama. I'm like, do it matter if they see Alabama? I'm like, Alabama, okay. They're good. I'm not going to knock them. They're in the playoff for a reason. They only lost one game. I mean, it's not like they lost 2 or 3. If they would have lost 2 or 3, they wouldn't have made it. But Washington, I'm going to go to Washington. Washington, I don't know if their quarterback's in the Heisman or not, but he's pretty good. I really ain't. I watch highlights of Washington, but I never like watched a full game, so I really can't give like an honest perspective and opinion about them. But I think they'll be okay. I don't know. I want to see Michigan and probably Texas in the final. I want to see Michigan and Texas. If Alabama win, I'm not going to be surprised. You know, I want Michigan to make the final. I want them to win the championship, actually. They actually been playing these last 3 years or so. They actually been playing pretty decent. They've been playing pretty decent. And I would like to see them win. But are they going to win? I don't know. And I'm trying to keep my expectation low, because Michigan has shown they could play really good when they're playing against these schools that ain't all that. But when it comes to like competition, like, I don't know, like all that goes out the door. And McCaffrey, I'm not really sold on him. He's good. But to me, what makes Michigan is them running the ball. Nick Saban and them, they're going to know all these things. Running the ball in y'all defense. The defense ain't going nowhere. I don't think you can stop a good defense. You could probably, pick them apart, do certain things, but I don't know. I don't think you're going to stop Michigan. Their defense been consistent all year, and them running the ball has been good. McCaffrey decent, though. I don't want to trash him or say he trash or anything, but I'm just not... I'm not really high on him. So it's like, he's going to give you what he give you. McCaffrey might get drafted, too. I don't know what year he's in. I don't know if he's a junior or a senior. Could be a senior. I don't know. But we'll see with the playoff. I just hope the playoff is good. I don't want to see no lopsided, no blowouts. I just want to see something entertaining at the end of the day, because that's what matters most. I don't really care who's win. I prefer Michigan to make the final and win it all. But if they don't win it all, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just going to prove my point with Michigan. They've been doing the same thing the last 2 years. They'll make it far, and then they get bumped right out. I'm like, bro, how long is this going to keep going, man? Like, for real.